What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group here to react to the hearing that took place in reference to Robinhood, GameStop, and Reddit. We all know what happened. We heard about the fiasco. Some of us experienced it as investors. We know what happened. People were making money. Trading was halt. People were limited. And now people had to testify on the Hill about what happened. A lot was said, not a lot of useful information, but I will say this. There were some gems. There were some very important pieces of information that you need to pay attention to if not only you're an investor, but also if you're a minority in this country. All right, let's get right to it. Yesterday, we heard a lot of people talking on the Hill about protecting consumers. We heard Reddit say that they protect free speech. They didn't do anything wrong. We heard Robinhood say that they did everything that they were supposed to do under SEC rules. We heard partners of Robinhood, people who finance them and also short some of the stocks, but also control some of the trading. We heard them say, look, we did everything that we were supposed to do. If the SEC wants us to do something different, then they should say so. We heard so many people testify on Capitol Hill yesterday just to say, look, we didn't do anything wrong. We protect consumers. But in those nuggets of excuses, in those soliloquies, we heard something that was useful. If you paid close enough attention, you would have caught something that was very useful, particularly when Robinhood spoke. When the representatives of Robinhood spoke, they said, look, we are the most diverse trading platform out there for all consumers. More diverse than E-Trade, more diverse than Ameritrade, more diverse than anyone else when it comes to representation from people from different economic backgrounds and racial demographics. We heard them say that in defending themselves, saying that they look out for the people and they provide an opportunity for the people that no one else is doing by making sure to limit fees when trading. Now, I heard that and I got that. But in that defense, in them standing up tall, saying that they're looking out for the regular person, specifically saying that they're looking out for minorities, they also showed their hand.
Put up a shut up time.
What they showed us was, based on the numbers, minorities have the most leverage in the trading world on Robinhood and the Robinhood platform over any of its competitors. I mean, they revealed that at least 25% of their users are either African American or Hispanic. 25%. The Hispanic and Black community combined have more leverage on one platform than any other trading platform for a company that wants to go public later this year.
Say it again.
Now, what does that mean? Look, we're going to go over numbers really quickly, so I need you to stick with me. Stick with me because I want to defend this case. I don't just want to put out words and assumptions. I want you to see the numbers to really see how much leverage I'm speaking about. What was revealed during the testimony is one, when it comes to minorities, let's start with Black users. Black users represent 9% of all users on Robinhood. This is, again, the information that was given from Robinhood. They're not a public company. They're not required to put out this information, and they haven't in the past. But because they wanted to defend themselves as protectors of consumers and retail traders, they put this out there. They say, look, we got a lot of Black people on our platform, more than any other platform. In fact, if you look at our competitors, at best, they're at 3%. We're at 9% from a community that historically does not invest. We're attracting new investors, the most new investors, specifically Black investors. But they didn't just stop there. They said, you know what? And 16% of our users are Hispanic. We attract the most Hispanic investors, especially new investors, particularly millennials. The average age when it comes to the traders and users on Robinhood is 31, which is younger than any other platform. So we attract younger, more diverse traders and consumers to our platform. But in saying that, again, they did show us that 25% of your consumer base, 25% of your users are Hispanic or Black. What does that mean? That means leverage for those communities if they utilize it correctly. But let's go further in the numbers. That's not where it stops. Let's just stick with the Black community really quickly, just to show you how many Black people truly are on this platform. If Robinhood total users was about 15 million, they said about 13 million in 2020. Let's just say 15 million right now. Then 9% of the users, that would equate to 1.35 million Black users. Again, 1.35 million Black users. Now, how many Black people are there in the United States? We're doing the census now. We're doing the count now. So we don't have that total number, but let's go off the most recent numbers. Estimates put us at approximately 48 million people, 48 million black people in America. I'm talking about residents. Now, if you take out children, which will account for at least 25% of the population of black residents or black citizens in America, now we're talking about a number close to 37.25 million people. Again, 37.25 million people. I'm not going to go further than that. I could break it down further and say, okay, well, you take out those who are incarcerated, you take out those who are not mentally stable when it comes to trading. They may be of age over 18, but they're not capable of trading. You take them out and that number gets smaller. But let's stick with 37.25 million people. So what is 1.35 million people of 37.25 million people? That comes out to about 3.6%. So 3.6% of all, we can say 4, but 3.6% of all black people who trade, 3.6% of all black people trade on one platform. Now we know that most estimates say that only 15 to maybe at best 16% of all black people trade altogether. So of that 15 to 16%, they're saying that 3.6% of those individuals are on one platform. And then of that 13 to 16% of all traders, at least 80% don't actively trade. They just have their investments in 401ks and retirement accounts. So you don't have a lot of active traders. That number might be reduced of all black people to 5 to 6%, which would mean at least half of active black traders trade on Robinhood.
Say it again.
Half of active black traders trade on the Robinhood app.
She don't even like you.
Those are the numbers. I didn't make them up. That's what the numbers say. Half of active black traders trade on one platform.
Lord.
Now, what does this mean? How can we use that information? How is this useful information? Well, I want you to think about this for a second. Think about Robinhood's position. Robinhood is going public in the next few months. They can't afford bad press. They certainly could not afford to lose 9% or even 25% of their user base. That would hurt them significantly. So as the company goes public, maybe it's time as a collective, demands are put out there for our business.
Put up a shut up time.
I'm talking about black and minority people, black and Hispanic people. Maybe now is the time to put out demands because of timing. So if you wait too late until after they go public, then they've generated billions of dollars without your help. But they need that money now. They need that press. They need to show good numbers before they officially go public. So what about some demands? What about, okay, Robinhood, if we're going to support you and you're for diversity, you're for our communities, what about making sure that they put out free classes and free opportunities to learn about trading in black communities and Hispanic communities and disenfranchised communities? I would say that's a reasonable ask to say that, look, whether virtually, because it doesn't have to be in person, we see how things have gone during the pandemic, or if this was done in person. I think in any of these major cities, any of these major hubs where you have a lot of black, minority, Hispanic people, because Robinhood says that they are the platform for diversity, they should be putting out free opportunities to learn to trade. Options trading, learning about short squeezes, it would have been very useful for people ahead of time to have known what was going on with Reddit, to know what was going on with GameStop, if they understood how to read charts, if they understood what a short squeeze was, what shorting the market is. All of these things are very important and they should be actively taught. That's how you benefit a community, and anyone that has the type of leverage that black people and Hispanic people have over Robinhood, that should be used.
Money.
It should be utilized. Let's not miss this opportunity because, again, that window is closing. What else? Well, outside of classes, how about this? When they go public, maybe minorities, maybe the people who have leverage, 25% of the user base, should demand that one or two things happen. Either there's a pre-IPO opportunity, buying opportunity for users, or you don't go traditional IPO, you do a direct listing so that we have not as good of a chance, but a better chance versus institutional investors to get in at the ground level when it comes to investing in this company. This company needs minorities. It's building its brand. It just testified on Capitol Hill that this is the most diverse platform for traders, that because we put you to the back in terms of trading order, but that allows us to not charge you commissions, that gives you the opportunity to sign up for something if you are from a disenfranchised community, if you're from poverty, if you're economically disadvantaged. You have an opportunity to trade, even though it's from the back of the line. You still have a better opportunity with us than saying that you have to pay a cost to do so. That's their stance. Well, let's hold them to it. Running away from Robinhood, saying, look, I'm not going to trade on Robinhood, that's nice. But remember, you have leverage with Robinhood, and that's what was said during this testimony. That is what was put out there. They let us know, we didn't know until this point, that 9% of their users were African American and 16% were Hispanic. 25%. That is called leverage. Leverage that should be used. Now, you guys can let me know in the comment section if you disagree, if you knew this information already. I thought this. I put out that information. It was my theory, but they verified it. I would see so many people on my timeline, so many people saying that they trade on Robinhood. They just started trading this year. We're talking about 33% of the traders on this platform are new first-time traders. 33% and starting with less than $250. Again, this is information they put out there. So we know that people are starting to trade. We know that people are attracted to a no-fee, no commission, platform. But what is the responsibility of Robinhood to the people that they say they're defending and protecting? I say use your leverage. We're in a unique time in history when it comes to retail trading. A time to learn, a time to understand, but also a time to understand where you have leverage. My people, Black people, Hispanic people, minorities, you have leverage today. But what will you do? Let me know in the comment section what you think. I appreciate you taking your time to listen to the video. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about these issues. We talk about trading, IPOs. We talk about financial literacy. We talk about everything finance on this channel. I guarantee if you subscribe and you like, you'll find something helpful when it comes to today and your future.